Hello and welcome to Ready Bet Action. We are excited to give you so many picks for a Saturday day of sports. We're talking college football and soccer today. We've been having a ton of success on the soccer side of things, and college football hasn't been too bad either, honestly, after last week. So we're ready to give some more picks, some more winners. We had a good NFL Thursday night, and we're waiting off on another soccer pick for this week. But Stefan, what are you most excited about? Like, why do you have so many soccer picks for us this week?
Um, Partially because you and some other people have been tailing me and telling me that I need to continue to make more picks. So I'm
Indeed.
gonna. It's also a really good board. I'm not. I don't feel like any of these picks are forced. I just really think there's a lot of value with how I like to play this with these parlays. And so, sorry, the camera's moving. I'm doing this from my phone because my internet is out. So we're doing this. Let's say old school, but there's no way this is old school. But yeah,
real,
so I
real
just
Blair Witch Project over here.
right, yeah. I just like a lot of these plays, and there's a couple of fun derby matches. You've got Liverpool, Everton. We've got Chelsea, Arsenal. So just a lot of fun. I mean, Juventus, AC Milan. I don't have a play on that one, but there's just a lot of fun games. And
Yep.
college football, there's a lot going on too. So definitely a lot of fun to be had. A lot of bets. I only have one college football play for this weekend that I feel really good about, which is kind of funny. But maybe it's because I was
Yep.
just spending so much time looking at soccer. I don't know.
That's great. Well, we have so many picks for you. If you are watching on YouTube, you can check out the ticker on the bottom and write down the bets, those things. That might be the easiest way to kind of record everything. You might want to have your pencil and paper out the whole time for this one, though, because we have a number of picks coming your way. Let's get it kicked off with where should we start? Should we start with soccer or college football? I'm kind of down to start with either tonight.
Yeah, let's start with some soccer because that's the early kickoff. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
know
yes.
this is the last one I put in, but it's gonna be the first one I do because it's the 5:30 Mountain Time kickoff. It's Liverpool Everton. This is in
Yes.
Anfield. I think Liverpool has won like 8 in a row. I think Everton has struggled to score in a bunch. Everton is struggling in general. Liverpool is in like what fourth or fifth place right now, looking really
Anfield,
good.
yeah.
They are getting a lot of guys back healthy. They've been struggling with some injuries. Regardless, I think the Liverpool on the money line is too juicy on its own. So that's why we're going to jump over to Italy and we're going to grab Inter Milan on the money line versus Torino. Inter Milan has a bunch of dudes that you've heard of. They're in second place right now in Serie A. They look the part of someone to contest for the Champions League spot from Italy. So we're going to parlay Liverpool and Inter Milan. Next play, let's roll over. Let's stay in England here with our Liverpool. We're going to go to Newcastle on the money line versus Crystal Palace. I like Crystal Palace a lot. They're a fun team, but their two best players are injured. They have been for quite a while, and they've been struggling. They have not won in quite some time. So we're going to take Newcastle on the money line versus Crystal Palace, and then we're going to parlay that with Man City on the money line versus Brighton. This one does make me a little nervous because Man City has lost like 3 in a row. It's not been great. Like they lost to Wolves, they lost to Arsenal. I think they drew someone in there as well. So not ideal, but I do think they get back to form at home. So we're going to parlay Newcastle and Man City on the money line at oh shit, I forgot to put that one in. I'll look it up. I'll have it for you by the
That's right.
when Eric's going through soccer. I mean, through his football picks, I'll add it so that we have it during the recap.
Perfect.
Then I would love to go to let's go to Spain. We're just going to take Real Madrid on the money line on the road at Sevilla. Sergio Ramos gets to play against his old club. He's at Sevilla now, but they are not near as good. Yes, they qualify for the Champions League, but that was because of their Europa League finish last year, winning that. But they are not great in La Liga. Real Madrid, while having some injuries, they still have Jude Bellingham, and that man is in the form of his life right now. So I wouldn't even mind sprinkling a little bit on a anytime goal scorer for Jude, but that's not the play. We're just going to take Real Madrid minus 130 on the money line. But I also have a play where I'm going to take Real Madrid plus 0.5 in that same game, and we're going to parlay that with Atletico Madrid on the road versus Celta Vigo at plus 0.5. The juice is crap on this. It's only minus 169, But to get the two Madrid teams in a parlay to both just not lose, they both just need a point. To me, I'm probably going to put like 10 units on this because it's going to hit. I'm not going to make a ton of money, but I'll still make, it's not awful. So I feel very confident about that one. All right. I am just going here. We're going to
keep it rolling.
We're going to jump to the Bundesliga, which is always my favorite. Leipzig is in Champions League spot right now. They have such a fun team. They are a very fast team. They play really high energy soccer. They're going against Darmstadt, who's had a decent start to the year. They were promoted from the second tier in Germany. So they're new to the Bundesliga, and Leipzig is going to overpower them. So we're going to take Leipzig on the money line, and we're going to parlay that with Stuttgart, who's in first place, to not lose against Union Berlin, which you can see I don't know how to spell. Union Berlin was good last year, but they have not been that great this year. They've been struggling. So I don't think that they beat Stuttgart, who's in first place, as I said. Then we're going to take Bayern Munich on the money line versus Mainz. Mainz is not good. Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich is good. Lewandowski will probably score a goal in that one. And then we're also
we all know about them.
Yeah. We're also going to grab Leverkusen, who's doing really well against Wolfsburg, who's another team that's really just been struggling to get points. They when they get points, it's a draw. They're not really winning much. Leverkusen's doing really well. We've trailed them quite a bit. So we're going to take Leverkusen and Bayern Munich on the money line, and we get that at plus 111. Okay, that's it.
I love it. I do. I think you got through that pretty quick, which is good. We've made up ground on the amount of time this show is going to take.
Yeah.
That being said, if someone were to mix and match any of these, do you feel pretty confident like they could take Newcastle and put it with Sevilla, or put it with Real Madrid? Like you're like, as long as like the juice they're getting makes them comfortable and excited and all that stuff, like kind of mix and match a lot of these parlays that we've just thrown out.
Right. I think, and I actually did want to talk about that. I kind of tried to stay within like, okay, let's get two German teams together just so that it was easier to talk about on the show. But you can definitely bet these however you do. I'm actually putting them all in a round robin. And so I've got a 502 bets distributed between these 9 different plays. Really. So
this round robin betting, we need to talk. Yes.
We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try it for a couple of weeks and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, 502 bets. I mean, definitely did not place a full unit on each of those.
What could go wrong? what could go wrong? All right, I'm going to dive into college football.
Let's do it.
After it's really dry here in the desert. I'm drinking alcohol. Well, I'm not drinking water right now, but I'm drinking all kinds of things because it is too dry here. Currently, we're going to dive straight in.
I'm drinking from a glass straw, Eric.
You're saving all those sea turtles in Colorado. Look at you progressive champion of the environment, aren't you?
My oldest kid, he was telling me that Bud Light is now like what the liberals drink, because they had like a pride flag on it. And I was like, oh, I thought I was like weird because I drank Bud Light, but I guess it's like on brand too.
You did it.
Yeah, Bud Light is not a sponsor, but they should be.
Because they said they like trans people and the rednecks lost their minds. So here we are. We don't get too political on this show, but here we are.
But we can. All right. We can.
I don't care. Football. I don't care what you all think. We're all going to make money. All right, college football. Let's start in the Mountain West. Oh, I know. Oh, look, I can't type either. I got my parentheses all wrong, everything. But let's start in the Mountain West with Colorado State versus UNLV. These are 2 bottom 30 defenses, like the worst of the worst defenses, especially Colorado State. And then we have 2 top third pace of play off and totals offenses. They both get into those like top 40 pace of play and totals as far as or total offense goes. So this is looking to blow out this total of 61.5. I think CSU has proved they can do that, and they can run in a shootout. They did it against CSU and they did it against Boise last week. UNLV is the better team, but this is going to be a very high scoring game. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over 61.5. Let's move over to the ACC. This is a hard one because obviously everyone loves UNC against Virginia. Like, obviously. It's a home game, pretty prime time as far as college football goes. It's a 6:30 Eastern kickoff. Look, we have to figure out how we get value out of this because I think some of the numbers are hard to pick. So I'm going to go ahead and go with UNC in the first half and over 20.5 points. So I'm pretty much saying they score 3 touchdowns in that first half against a very poor Virginia team. And mostly this has more to do with UNC's offense than anything. UNC is the number 8 total offense in the country and a top 3 pace of play team. And they're playing at home in front of a crowd that's going to be super hyped. And I just think that they're going to come out absolutely gunning against Virginia and take care of business pretty early and probably get some of their starters out of the game. The reason I didn't go with the second half because I do think starters will probably be out by the mid fourth quarter or whatnot. So
Eric, do you know what I lovingly called Drake May on my RotoViz podcast and whenever I write about him?
The chosen one? No, I don't know. What is it?
Hashtag Drake Mazing.
We do love Drake May on this show. We like Caleb Williams and we like Drake May. You have to like Bo Nix because he's Oregon's quarterback, but we're talking about NFL prospects. We love Drake. Yeah. We do love Drake May for sure. So all right, we are going to go ahead and stay in the ACC here and Miami and Clemson. I'm giving you this is going to be a little contingent, but I'm just going to go with it because all signs are pointing to Miami's quarterback playing and starting.
I think Van Dyke's in, yeah,
on Saturday. And if you read up on it, this kid has been hurt the whole year and has been it's been kind of under the radar. So the fact that he's been hurt this whole year and they've been performing is why I'm going to go ahead and take the home dog with Miami. They are +3 projected against Clemson. And I just think that you see 2 very equal teams when you talk about offenses and defenses, statistically, how they've performed. It's a home game for the one team. And I think that they're going to go ahead and take care of business. And I like it at +130. I think if you wanted to go safer, you could do the +3.
I think
which
this
is probably
one
what's safe.
Yeah. And I think it depends what your unit size is. Like, for most casual bettors who are betting under, $100 on a game, I would just take the 3 points because they're talking about like a $8 difference, with the points. But if you're a big time bettor, yeah, go ahead, get those units up, like get that +130. But yeah, also I have no problem with I'd rather win with and be like, crap, I wish I just would have taken money line, but.
I've had a couple successful upsets on this show, and I'm picking this one. This doesn't feel like an upset to me, is why I'm picking it. Like it wouldn't feel
team
like
favored. Yeah,
it's not going to surprise anybody if Miami wins this game. So it's odd that they're a home team.
Yeah, I'm on this too. I think Miami treats Clemson a lot like they treated Texas A&M, where they're just going to say, "Hey, try to beat us." And Connor Wegman couldn't beat those corners. I don't think. Cade Klubnik, not because of Klubnik. I like Klubnik. I don't think their receivers can get separation. So I think their corners are going to shut them down.
Yep. Yeah, let's move over to the Big 12 here, where I am going to fade a UCF team that is on an absolute skid and has been very unimpressive. Look, UCF
are you taking this even if John Reese Plumlee's back? Because he's supposed to start. So okay, you're still on it. Yes. I like it.
I am definitely taking it. I think that the games that they have won, even when he was playing, were pretty underwhelming, the teams that they beat. And I think Oklahoma is just like another level of competition for them. And I see Oklahoma rolling with this one pretty easily in like a 20-point game. I don't know if Oklahoma's going to blow them out by 40, but I can definitely see this as a 20-point game for sure. Especially UCF is just like at a weird part in their season, even bringing Plumlee back. Like it seems like an odd point in their season to have to go in. They're both coming off bye weeks, though. We got 2 teams coming off bye weeks, so both are coming in pretty fresh. There's not really an advantage there necessarily. So we will.
Was the Red River shootout 2 weeks ago? Was it not last week?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Man, time is moving. All right. my last pick, and then Stefan has one for us, is going to be Penn State. I'm going to take the plus 5.5 against Ohio State. I am doing this because Penn State has the most dominant defense in college football. If you look at the numbers, they are like clearly the best defense out there by like a large margin, and they have been absolutely stomping on people. And I think that that's going to give that's going to create a close game for us. I'm not picking Penn State to come out and win this game. I could just see this being a like Ohio State Notre Dame 2.0 is where I'm playing this plus 5.5 and why I like it. The only scary thing are those Ohio State receivers are absolutely insane. So it's okay if this bet scares you. We're going with Penn State at plus 5.5, but that defense is the best defense, including Notre Dame, that Ohio State will have seen. So,
yeah, we were supposed to have Matt Wispay on the show tonight, but he couldn't make it because he had to go to a wedding. He's a huge Ohio State fan, so good thing he's not here. I have an SEC play for you. I want to. It's kind of a rinse and repeat of last week. One of my winners from last week. I'm on a Tennessee under 48. I don't think the country has caught up to the fact that Tennessee has a terrible, terrible quarterback. They do not have an explosive passing game. They have a decent rushing game, and I think they're going to try to rely on that. Meanwhile, their defense is absolutely stellar. Alabama's kind of the same thing. Really, really solid defense. Their offensive line is really, really struggling. Jalen Milroe struggles to complete the intermediate pass. I think we're going to see a couple big shot plays. I think there will be some points in this game, but I think for vast stretches of this, it's going to be lots of running the ball, picking up a couple of first downs, playing the field position game, and then we're going to look up, and it's going to be 24-21, and Alabama's going to win. I don't think they're going to cover, but that's not a best bet for me because I do think Tennessee could also just only put up 7 points this game.
Dude, this was the best game of, I think, well, you
Last
might not
year?
agree with this. I think
No, it
the
was
best
so
game
fun.
of this year so far is Oregon-Washington. I think the best game of last year when we were watching together was Tennessee-Alabama.
That was so
I hope
good.
we get some sort of repeat of that. It'll be really hard to beat.
Bryce Young and Hendon Hooker are in the NFL, so it's not going to be no replication.
No, I do think we didn't talk about it yet, but I do think that Oregon-Washington game might turn out to be the best regular season game of the year. I don't know. Ohio State Notre Dame was pretty great, but I that was my favorite game so far. Because I was pretty like, as a non-fan of either team, just like, what is happening right now? And there's always just memorable regular season games. There's like 2 every year, and everything else kind of fades. You don't really remember it unless you're a fan of those teams. So, all right, that is going to do it. We actually kept this at a pretty normal show length for how many picks we have. It's a little long, but for our Saturday slate, it's not bad. So just remember to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X, and wherever you get your podcasts. We love when you all interact with us. Please reach out. We give out picks to people who message us. If you want our opinion on things, we're happy to interact and do those. So come interact with us. We'll have a lot of fun. This, however, is the part of the show where we run down all of our picks. So, Stefan, why don't you kick us off with your soccer picks, and I will run us through football.
Yep, I'm going to start with Leipzig on the money line, parlayed with Stuttgart plus 0.5, and we get that at plus 120. We're going to take Bayern Munich and Leverkusen on the money line in a parlay at plus 111. We're going to take Real Madrid on the money line at minus 130. We're also going to take Real Madrid at plus 0.5 and parlay that with Atletico Madrid at plus 0.5. The juice is gross. It's minus 169, but that's kind of nice, right? We're also going to take, and now I've forgotten which ones I've already said. We're going to take Newcastle on the money line and Man City on the money line. I did find the number for you there. It's at minus 102, so not too bad at all. And then we're going to take Liverpool and Inter Milan on the money line at plus 125. I don't think I forgot any of my college plays. Finally, my one college football play, we're going to take that Alabama-Tennessee under 48.
Great. I'll keep rolling with college football. I'm going to give you Colorado State, UNLV over 61.5. I also have University of North Carolina team total over 20.5 in the first half at -110. Give me Miami as the home dog against Clemson at +130 to go ahead and pull that upset. Also, I will take Oklahoma -17.5 versus UCF at -110. And then last but not least, I got Penn State at +5.5 versus Ohio State. That game is in Columbus. Got a couple dogs on this show, and we are ready and excited for some college football. Should be an exciting day.
Yeah, man, this is going to be good. It'll be a fun Saturday. Also, we have a lot of, my team that I coach, my little guys team is in the championship game tomorrow. You've got a lot of sporting events. There's a lot to be excited about for a Saturday in October. Let's go.
We're prime ball. All right, we'll see everyone later.